I'm your host once again for Legacy Trails and Tales. This is one of the last remaining ranches that's a working ranch that also has 5 different complete sets for filming Western movies. Trail along with us as we listen to the tales of how this all came about. Imogene, we're here in your home and we just talked with your cousin Slim. Mm-hmm. You were raised in the same area,
yes,
up in northern Oklahoma.
Right.
Had some Indian influence up there, mm-hmm, in the Cherokee Nation, right? Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about as a young girl growing up there.
Well, it was, we were poor people. We didn't know it, but it was a happy childhood for me because I had a sister, and so it was a happy childhood. I remember studying and having the oil lamps. I remember the feather beds that my mother would have to pat every day to make it look level. And I remember playing outside, and the home that we lived in had a big gas blaze outside, and it burned all the time. And but we didn't have electricity at that time.
Now, what was this gas blaze? I'm lost.
It was the gas that ran through the state of of Oklahoma, and every so often it would come out of the ground, and they'd have to have a
torch to burn.
Yeah, to burn up the access.
So it was a pipeline, mm-hmm, even back then. Mm-hmm. But you didn't have it in your home. No,
we didn't.
It just ran through, mm-hmm, your property.
Right.
So making mud pies and playing outside was your deal. You were kind of a tomboy then.
Cut and paste. I couldn't wait till my mother got through with the Sears and Roebuck catalog.
Really?
Because we cut paper dolls. Oh yes. That was. We didn't have a lot. I remember at Christmas time we usually got one gift between the two of us.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
So I've heard stories about buying flour in sacks. Do you have anything to say about that?
I do, because my aunt had a large chicken. Well, we thought it was large. She raised a lot of chickens. And so the sacks that she would buy the chicken feed in, my mother would make dresses for us, but also have bloomers to match too,
Out of the same material.
Out of the same material. It had to be the same material, yes. Same flowers.
Growing up, you went to school there, I'm sure, locally. And
1 year.
Well, just 1 year, mm-hmm, there. Well, you end up in northern New Mexico after leaving Oklahoma, mm-hmm, and met someone here.
Mm-hmm. My parents moved to Colorado,
okay,
and I grew up in Colorado. Okay. And then I, eventually in 1980, I moved to New Mexico because my sister and her family lived here.
Well, that pretty much changed the direction of your life, sounds to me like.
It was I was 51 years old, and I had left my home and everything that I owned in Colorado and came down here for a new life.
And got in a business?
Mm-hmm. Got in a business. Eventually we started I think it was a year or two later, about a year later, we started in with the movie business, and that turned out to be quite a large business.
But your husband lived in the city, and your idea wasn't the same.
No. He liked the city. They were involved in city social life, and I just wanted to get to the country. What can you do in the city,
You're a country girl at heart, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
And he happened to own a ranch, and so you suggested, let's move to the ranch. What did, mm-hmm, he say?
He said, you're kidding. I said, no. We had this one bunkhouse. It was 4 rooms and a bath, very small. And that's where we lived. We'd come up here and I'd cook on that old-fashioned stove, and we'd go back. We'd stay 2 or 3 days and back to our home in Albuquerque. So,
but that led to a new business, really.
In 82, we were entertained by a company that wanted to do a movie, and it was eventually Silverado. That's what it was. So Glenn took them out, and they scouted around and picked a site, and that was it.
That started you on a mission that you continue to this day, and I would sure love for you to give us a tour of Bonanza. What do you call that?
Bonanza Creek. It's a Bonanza Creek Ranch, but my business is Bonanza Creek Film Locations.
Film Locations.
I'm an LLC. Mm-hmm.
Would you show it to us?
I would love to.
From Bonanza Creek Ranch, thanks for watching Legacy Trails and Tales. So long for now.